My friends, well, it's that time. The nominee votes are in, and in my hand I hold, dun dun dun. You know who. You don't? Well, I'll tell you. So most of my votes got in, but for Best Actor, Male, of course we have, dun dun dun, Joaquin Phoenix for the Joker, no doubt. Christian Bale. I really like this guy's name. It's a lot like my name. I was kind of surprised he got it. Not that he's not great, but whatever. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Leonardo DiCaprio. I would have voted for him. I think he is wonderful. He's very funny in this as well. And I really like a good mix of funny comedy. And Once Upon a Time is definitely that. So congrats, DiCaprio. Robert Egerton, Rocket Man, you know what? It was an incredible movie. I didn't know it was a musical until I got into it. Costume design is, whew, of course, it's for Elton John. That's it. It's Taron Egerton, excuse me. I didn't know that he would get this. I wasn't quite sure. I didn't vote for him, but congrats. But we got one more. Adam Driver. Now, I did not vote for him because I voted for De Niro, and this fellow ain't no De Niro. I think he's good. It's a good movie. She's up for nomination as well, but that's it. That's your top 5. Adam Driver. So, for the ladies, of course, my number 1 pick, Judy, Renee Zellweger. I still think she's going to take it. I was kind of bummed, though, that Saoirse Ronan from Little Women didn't get it at all. In fact, Little Women got shut out of everything, best cast and everything, so it's a total shame. I'll plug Little Women because it's an excellent movie. You should check it out. Harriet. You're like, who's Harriet? Well, you know, I understand that feeling. It wasn't my favorite movie, and in fact, you know, I had so many movies to go through. I watched a few minutes of it and thought, man, this isn't for me, really. I didn't dig it. I didn't think it was that great. But anyway, she is one of your nominees for Best Female Actress. Bombshell, no surprise. Charlize was my vote as well. I also voted for Margot Robbie, but I'll just go ahead and tell you Best Supporting also is Nicole Kidman. So Bombshell is going to have a bombshell time at the office. Us. I worked on this movie, Us, but I don't like movies like this. They're kind of scary, creepy. Go back to comedy, Jordan Peele, go back to comedy. Anyway, this young lady, Lupita Nyong'o. She's in there for Best Actress. So, I'll tell you, the most difficult category to win is Best Supporting for men. I'll tell you why, because only one person can win, and out of that category, there's 351 guys up against the same number 1 position. As opposed to Best Actor, which there's about barely over 100, and for Best Actress is around 79. So competition for Best Supporting Actor is by far the toughest competition. Jamie Foxx, Just Mercy. This is a good movie. It's very heart-wrenching. Jamie Foxx, you know, he won for Ray. It's really no surprise he's here. So good for you, Jamie Foxx. And here's one for the neighborhood fellows. Oh, Tom Hanks. Everybody loves Tom Hanks. I do too. I did not vote for him in this because there was so many others. Anyway, they all can't be Al Pacino. That was my number 1 vote. What? Who's next? Al Pacino? What? I don't even know. Yeah. And Joe Pesci. Both those guys, excellent. Irishman, definitely one of the best movies of the year. It's also for Best Cast. Jojo Rabbit, definitely one of my favorite movies of the year. Best Supporting Actress, Scarlett Johansson. I voted for her. I also voted for Taika Waititi. He did not make it. And neither did Sam Rockwell. I voted for him. I also voted for Thomas and Mackenzie out of this movie. This was I voted for 4 people out of this. Irishman 3, Little Women 3. Those were my top 3 picks for just across the board awesome acting. Now, Best Supporting, told you my number one pick was J-Lo. She, great actress, great dancer. She really rocked in Hustlers. But Constance Wu was my pick, was another pick for best leading actress, and she did not get picked. Sorry, Constance. I'm missing anybody? Okay, female supporting, we have Laura Dern for Marriage Story. Scarlett Johansson, I already said her. Nicole Kidman, Nicole, I already said her. Jennifer Lopez. Oh, and Margot Robbie. I voted for Margot Robbie for Best Supporting, and she got it for sure. So, let's talk about Best Cast. Best overall cast, at the top of the list, according to Hollywood Magazine, it is Bombshell, Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and believe it or not, Parasite made the top 5 for Best Cast. Now, I got to see Parasite a couple of weeks ago at the Skywalker Ranch. Bong Joon-ho was there, he talked. I walked right behind him. It is a good movie, but it's got subtitles, so I'll tell you what, it's hard to be a winner with subtitles no matter what language where it's at, because you got to work twice as hard to read those words and keep up with what's going on, and something seems to get lost somewhere in there. But it was a very good movie. Very interesting, and as far as subtitles, honestly, I didn't have a hard time with it like I normally kind of do. I was able to stay with it. So the last is action, the best action movies out there. Of course, Avengers Endgame, Ford versus Ferrari, it's The Irishman, Joker, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, one of my favorite movies ever. I hope you all have enjoyed this. It's going to be January 19th now, where they're going to find out who the actual winners are. So thanks for joining me. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, my friends. Whatever.